I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, before I get into it, let me give you guys a quick disclaimer. This video is filled with my opinions and my opinions alone. Everything is all alleged and nothing is factual. I do not know any of these people personally. I do have a commentary channel and I do use clips as part of my critical review in accordance with fair use guidelines. Now, with that being said, please watch this and I'll be right back.
Because who saved who? You like to talk about money's not everything. It's not everything, gang. It's not. Because I was happy in my mom's basement, gang. I was very happy. Queen wasn't happy. Queen wasn't happy. Queen was scared. Traumatized. I know you mentioned that word earlier. I think we saved each other.
That blew my mind. Literally. The freaking audacity. Imagine a Negro that you delivered from his mama's basement telling the world that he was happy, but you weren't because you didn't have him, essentially. What? This is why, as a woman, you can never, ever, ever in your life be with a man who thinks that he is A, cuter than you, B, he thinks you like him more, because he will forever think that he's doing you a favor. You cannot ever make a man think or let him think that he is your world.
Big Kennedy.
Big Kennedy. Pull up the gram.
Pull up the gram.
Pull up the gram.
Alright, we're gonna pull up the gram. Spicy.
Oh, she got a nigga too. She got a nigga too.
Spicy though.
Yeah, she's sweet heat too.
Spicy.
Sweet heat.
And she got the hidden little.
You know the Popeye sauce, sweet heat? That's why I say that. That shit banging. That shit good as hell.
This Popeye's so sweet.
She's sweet heat. Yeah, fact.
Hold on, I'm still.
From Christian Queen.
Hold on. What's her?
She's nice.
She's spicy?
I don't know about sweet heat.
No.
Not sweet heat. She's
just like Frank's Red Hot. Nah, just hot. Bro, yeah.
She don't got the sweet spice.
Now, I feel like I gotta say this because sometimes people watch my videos and turn their critical thinking skills off. I do know that Queen is a biracial woman with a Black American mother, according to Google, and an Arab father. And I also know that she has said some colorist things and said that she was bullied by Black, ugly, nappy-headed girls, which is a wild thing to say with a Black mother. But I do understand that she is biracial and more than likely in possession of a superiority complex. But Queen can still be learned from. She can definitely be a learning lesson or a cautionary tale for Black women and Black girls. Just because she is not Black doesn't mean she can't be learned from. Any race of woman can be a cautionary tale for Black women and Black girls to know or to learn what not to do. Because, baby, I really feel that Queen is the picture perfect example of a woman that has let the man hold all of the cards, all of the power, and has basically catered to him and put herself at his mercy. And this is even with her being more famous than him and more than likely having more money than him. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. If I saw my man on a video calling another woman sweet and spicy, and talking about how beautiful she was, but calling me Frank's Red Hot, I'm going to tell you, he would have got his walking papers immediately. Or the minute I discovered this, because I'm assuming they weren't dating at this time, I just would have stopped talking to him immediately. I don't care how far we were in the relationship. The minute that came to me being aware of it, he would have been gone, period. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. First, I would have Angela Bassetted from Waiting to Exhale everything that he had. Then I would have dismissed him. But you know, I may be a bit unhinged, y'all. Am I unhinged? Maybe. But I'm just saying that I would never stay with the man that was on record saying that he felt that way about me. Never. Because I'll just say this. You better believe that, his belief in the fact that she doesn't fit the standard of beauty that he really prizes has a lot to do with his lack of commitment to her. Now, watching that first video of Clarence actually saying out loud that he was happy in his mama's basement and asking who saved who when Queen upgraded that Negro's whole life, that's wild to me. And to say that she wasn't happy while making it seem like he was and he was her savior, that's nuts. And, this is like a real life example of the cockiness that happens when you, real life, make a man think that he is the prize. He is not. If she left him today and popped out with another man, I don't think that Clarence would be discussed as much. Now, y'all can let me know if that's true or not, because I will admit that I don't keep up with Queen and Clarence. I do not. The only time I hear about them is through social media. And usually anytime Clarence is mentioned, it's because of something that is connected with Queen. I don't hear him discussed about anything on his own, but maybe I don't know. So y'all can let me know. So I'm just saying from what I see, I don't think that he would be talked about as much if she left and dipped on him. And then it's even crazier that Queen's ex-husband, Chris, is trolling her about Clarence not marrying her. And even, with the very real thing of Queen looking stupid, that still has not motivated Clarence to pop the question. But, in my opinion, he hasn't popped it because he is waiting on his dream woman, and it is not her. And I don't think that you should ever have a man thinking that you won't leave. Never make a man feel as if he is the main character. Never upgrade a man's whole life. Never, ever be with a man who even needs his whole life upgraded. Because when he gets right, his male ego will not allow him to acknowledge you as the reason for his success. And he will be lightweight jealous of you and resentful that he needed you in the first place. And even if he does eventually marry you, it will be because he feels as if he will be benefited by it in some way, or the option that he was holding out on is now gone.
Why y'all think that marriage shit bothers niggas? Like, we're happy. Marry her. I'm gonna marry her when I want to marry her. Like, I'm not gonna get married because y'all telling me to marry her.
This is crazy to me. A Negro staying in my crib that I'm not married to, telling the world with a cocky demeanor that the marriage ish don't mean nothing and he gonna marry me when he want to, when he feel like it. Like I'm just sitting there waiting and desperately holding my breath for him to marry me. And I'm just gonna stay until he decides if and when he will choose me, when I've already had his child, when I've already helped him out so very much. Baby, that man would be so gone. So freaking gone. But once again, this is what happens when you are male-centered and you don't have the feminine strength to love yourself over a man. Because I don't care what nobody says about marriage and how it don't mean anything and how married men cheat, etc., etc., etc. If you don't see that a lot of times a man's refusal to marry you or delay in marrying you is directly connected to how he feels about you, then I don't know what to tell you. It absolutely means something to him, which is why he won't do it. And he absolutely thinks less of her, which is why he hasn't even asked her, even though it's been around 7+ years. He knows that it is something that she desperately wants, but he keeps holding it over her head. This is a cautionary tale to the women that give the man the milk before he has bought the cow. Why would he marry you? You've done and you are continuing to do everything that a wife does for absolutely nothing, with no security at all. This is also a cautionary tale for the women that want to build a man up, thinking that when he gets right, he's going to do right by you. Wrong, wrong, wrong. He won't. This is also a cautionary tale for a woman who knows that she is not the first choice, looks-wise, for her man. This man is playing in her face, and we all see it. And I think that she sees it too. But she's either too weak to do better, or she's holding out the hope that he will eventually do right by her. And what she is doing is wasting her time, her youth. She's 29, and she has dedicated the majority of her 20s, one of her prime decades of life, to losers. And, she'll look up and she'll be 35 and he will still be telling her the same thing. I think it's crazy to spend the prime of your life being a monogamous woman to a dusty that you picked up out of the garbage and cleaned up and elevated, and he isn't even grateful to you for what you've done for him. And he hasn't even married you. And he's online bragging about how you needed his laying behind when he was in his mama's basement. That is nasty work from the dirtiest, deepest, darkest, diabolical, dustiest doo-doo butter pits of hell. I'm going to tell y'all some rules for men, okay? Never give men grace. Never allow a man to believe that you will stay with him no matter what. Never make a man feel like he is the main character, because he ain't. You are. Never make a man feel like you like him more. A man should always know that you can and will leave if he is not serving you or treating you the way that you need to be treated. Always have a backup plan and an exit strategy just in case things go left. Don't put your full trust in that man. Never have a man's child without being married. Now, if you've already done this, no problem at all, sis. We all make mistakes. Just don't do it again. Never live with a man. Never purchase a large ticket item for a man that isn't your husband, like a car, house, land, jewelry, etc. Never put a man on your bank account. Never get a joint bank account. Never tell a man how much money you got. You have got to always make sure that he knows that you are the prize. That it's a freaking present to be in your presence, not the other way around. I promise you, being extremely nice to a man and saying, here, baby, you can have everything, including my soul. You own me. I'm yours. I promise you, that is not worked out for a single woman existing. You let a man know that he's got you and you just locked in and you will never leave. That is when he is about to put that clown outfit on and start clowning the heck out. For real. But this video wasn't meant to be an investigation into Clarence and Queen. Or did I pronounce that right? Sorry, y'all. Clarence and Queen. Because, I don't really know them all like that, as I said earlier, and I don't keep up with them. But it's just that when I ran across these video clips on TikTok of Clarence, I got mad. I got mad for her. I was mad like he was my man. And, I can't even believe that I'm mad for a woman that was out here calling black women nappy-headed. So I got to do better. I got to do better. And Queen got to do better too. Because how are you not embarrassed? But, I digress, y'all. If you watched this whole video and you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and drop a 2 in the comments. And you already know why, because what? Letting the man play you, waiting for a man to marry you whenever he want to do it on his own time, like you just this desperate broad. Boy, that is a number 2, and that is boo to the boo, boo, boo. All right? And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that is no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. Follow me on TikTok as long as it's here. I do live stream there. And also, I do most of my business on YouTube. So definitely follow me on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. Make sure you subscribe as well. And as always, ladies, I really love to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.